Hey,
Housekeeping.
hello.
Look at that.
Do the JLR double wave. Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Go outside in the
My
bushes.
favorite.
Yes. I feel like you need a rainbow flag to go with that. For years I thought that guy was that way.
uh,
I don't know about you, but
and then Magnolia came along. Oh, hello, Whispered. Hey, Red, Cold, Doodles, Danger Zone. Who else do we have in here? Victorine.
yeah,
Did I say Red already?
it,
Red.
it did.
I saw Mullet in here. Um, who else? Who else? I'm scrolling. I think that was it.
This thing don't work for shit.
I think that was it. Hi, everybody.
Hello, folks. How's everybody? Thanks for joining.
So we've
How's
got
your...
some lot of crazy shit that happened this weekend.
Oh, my Christmas, no doubt. Unreal.
The fuck is going on in the woods?
Mm. Mm. That's a good question.
In the woods, in the water.
Yeah, we've talked a bit about this. Definitely makes you not want to go hiking.
What's crazy is that I just kind of I don't hike because I just get tired really quick and I don't like walking or hiking. I'm lazy.
Tell us how it really is.
I do explore. I like exploring. I just don't like hiking is so boring to me. Like I gotta
Yeah,
explore something. You know what I mean? Like abandoned buildings and stuff like that. But
yeah.
we just went to Turner Falls
Mm-hmm.
in Oklahoma. And that is 4 hours away from Devil's Den
That's
State
wild.
Park. It was literally the weekend before this happened. If this guy decided he wanted to do it the weekend before
Mm-hmm.
and do it 4 hours away, like that literally could have been us. That shit's scary.
It's real scary. You don't ever know.
Seriously.
I, I couldn't imagine.
Terrifying.
I couldn't imagine even. You're out there freaking trying to have a good time and freaking people are doing this crap.
You can't do it. You can't. I mean, it used to, when the mass shootings were happening, people were like, "Oh, I'm not going anywhere anymore. I'm not going to any kind of public events. I'm not going to concerts. I'm not going to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
The kids aren't safe in school."
Yeah.
And so we started going camping and we started hiking. And now people are scared to do that.
Yeah, you can't even do that shit.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
I used to live, 4 some hours away from New York City when I grew up. And this was in the 80s. And my mother always freaking said, nope, can't go to New York City. It's too dangerous. I can't even fucking go hiking now, huh? I was definitely...
I don't know what it is, but hiking trails creep me out.
Yeah.
Like, I told you that there's also, I don't think we're going to cover it tonight, but there was the father and daughter that got attacked just this past weekend also. I
Mm-hmm.
forget what campground it was, but they were camping. And this group, I think 4 people were arrested, and he's in ICU right now, and he's got a slash from his ear all the way
That's just
from where
wild.
someone came up and attacked him with a beer bottle.
I can't even
Now, I don't
imagine.
know if there was words exchanged earlier in the day that made that happen. You know how people are when they're camping and they're drinking and
Yeah.
but Like, what made them come back and attack this family? And apparently the daughter fought these people off, and there's an interview with her, and it's just so fucking scary. Did I see somebody say hi to Stevie? Hey, Stevie.
Up, Steve-O.
Welcome, Stevie.
Yeah,
But yeah, like,
it's wild.
what the hell happened this past weekend to make everybody fucking go insane at the same time?
Talk about a whole new level of freaking heat stroke, huh?
So get in the fucking water and cool off, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yep. Chill out, Holmes. This all started with that Walmart shit.
you want to start there?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to start, but that's what started all this crap. I think it was, what, like Sunday?
Yeah,
But
I think so.
that guy was freaking, that poor guy, that was what, Minnesota. Minnesota. And we'll watch the interview from his brother, but, oh shit, sorry, Storm. I don't even know what you're looking at anymore. But, anyways.
You told me not to freak out, so I'm just looking at my computer in the chat. I don't know what I'm looking at either.
Look at that. She's taking direction.
I'm not gonna freak out.
You know, obviously with a lot of these people it's mental health. But the guy that stabbed the 11 people in Walmart, the interview with his brother, that was kind of mind-blowing, because he said that at 15 years old that his brother went into a mental trip. And they've tried for years to get him help, and it just doesn't. I mean, we saw in his whatever arraignment or whatever that the judge told him about his charges, and he started talking about freaking fiberglass in cigarettes killing people.
Yes. He was like, "Well, I don't know why you guys are worried about me doing what I did when the tobacco companies are out here killing people." I saw that. Yeah.
And then
I mean, he's not wrong.
I think they gave him a bond, and then it was like a day or two later they wanted to take it back.
Did he get out?
I don't think so, because it seems like nobody cares about him. But a day.
Oh, that's sad.
And even like his brother that they interviewed, and we'll see, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna write him yet in jail until I think he's mentally okay." Well, what the fuck?
If he's been mentally wrong, like, if there's been something going on since he was 15, do you really think that it's just gonna overnight?
Yeah. And I almost kind of think, like, the way he said that, and don't take offense to this or whatever, this is my personal opinion. You know, children that are, whatchamacallit, where am I going with this? Autism and stuff.
Right.
And we hear a lot of them, drowning.
Yeah, because they're drawn to water.
And it's almost like, and I've seen a lot of families that have had children with autism and stuff, and it's got to be tough. It is life-changing. And going back to this guy's brother, it's almost like some of the parents with children with autism, like, they go through so much, and it's so challenging that at a point they fall down. They just stop trying. It's sad. Yeah. I don't know. But
Justice Jane, you tripped me out for a minute. I had to think. I was like, "Who the fuck?" It's like, "Who the fuck is this?" Yeah, it's gotta be hard. I don't know. I've got, and I'm okay with talking about it. I'm always an open book. I've got a lot of mental health issues that I struggle with on a daily basis. I probably cry 60% of my day. And I I just don't see like, I don't go out and do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and
So
we
I don't see how people use this as a crutch or an excuse,
yeah,
you know?
I agree.
Wait a minute.
Um,
Um, I don't see how people be like, "Oh, well, they had mental health problems." I mean, there are a lot of people that have mental health problems. I think me and Dan were just talking about this morning on Grizzly's channel during the
mhm.
Maxwell Anderson trial. They were trying his defense attorney was like, "Oh, the mental health stuff." No. Like, I can't accept that.
I guess maybe like with some of this, and we're not going to go into like your stuff, but with some of this mental health stuff, like, have some of these people just been left to like, by themselves to where, you have friends, family, what have you, that have gotten you through some of these stages, like people that still care, and like some of these people, are they just left out in the dark to where they don't have anybody that they really feel like that they can count on to even really care about what they have going on anymore? I mean, it could be a serious debate back and forth on what's what, but some people do prey on this shit, and mental health.
Yeah.
I don't know. What gets me is the ones that have the mental health issues that go to these self-help options, and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke a bunch of weed. Like, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mixture of people not taking the right steps. It's, not being on medication or refusing to take their medication. I mean, it could
Mm-hmm.
be a number of things. Clearly, it's a mental issue, but I don't know. I hate the excuse
Yeah.
because it makes people with mental health issues look terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us look crazy. It puts a stigma on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I tell people, "Oh, I have a mental health issue," do they look at me like, "Oh my god, she's crazy. She might murder someone," you know? Like,
Yeah. And I mean, you can call me shallow or whatever, but I will be 100% honest with this. And until, we ran across each other, I will honestly say anybody with mental health issues, I probably ran from. That's pretty shallow. And I've
yeah.
never, I guess, been around with somebody long enough to, to where like, I'm like, okay, I would like to understand this. And it's, the things that a regular person would think that goes on in these people with these issues. It's, yes, the person with the issue thinks that, it's simple. Hey, this is what I have going on. But yeah, I don't know. You've shed a lot of light into different things. So, yeah,
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason.
Hey, Whispered, can you, check your Discord, please? Thank you. Mhm.
But, um,
So, do we wanna get into the first video?
yeah, let me resize some of these characters here.
Cool, cool, cool.
I'm sure everybody's nice and toasty wherever they're at. It's been hot as
Get
F here.
some snacks, a drink. We got some videos to show you
Oh, yes.
because I think we're covering 3 different topics tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
all within the same kind of
Yeah.
situations, but
Situation.
situations.
What is going on here? Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's definitely a good combo to have. It's,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, that was a huge downfall of mine. And, who knows the people that I've passed up, missed out on in my life because I just wanted to be a weirdo. You know, it's not a
Yeah.
weirdo,
I
but
mean,
it's a freaking shallow person that just thinks about themselves pretty much. So, we're gonna start off with this fella here. I think this was Sunday that he stabbed 11 people in a whatchamacallit, Minnesota Walmart. Crazy shit. We'll go into some of the people that helped capture this guy. Man, some of these dudes we're talking about, they grabbed freaking grocery carts and they were just fucking ramming this guy. Like they had no weapons. And I will commend the black guy that had the gun that really held this guy at bay.
he was a Marine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can even hear it in his voice when he talks. It'll be after this one, but
He was stern.
he
All he cared about was getting that guy like settled.
in not shooting him, as everybody else continued to tell him to just basically shoot him, is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
But anyways, here we go.
And we are learning more about Bradford Gilly and what he was doing leading up to Saturday's events. Our Allie Baxter joins us.
Let me know if y'all can hear this, etc. Echoes, you know the deal.
Live now from the Content Center. And Allie, you spoke with Gilly's family today.
Yeah, Maya, I talked to his older brother, Shane. He says he was at the beach when people started sending him photos of what turned out to be his brother, Bradford, being arrested.
But there is a backstory to this, and it's put our family through hell.
The man you see here being loaded into a sheriff deputy's car is 42-year-old Bradford Gilly, the man accused of stabbing 11 people at Walmart Saturday.
We knew this was coming, but not in this form.
But how did Gilly get here? As more information comes out about...
It's sad, dude. I'm sorry to hear that.
mental health issues Gilly was fighting, his brother, Shane, sheds light on a battle that's been lifelong, starting with what Shane says was a bad reaction to a combination of drugs that put him in a, quote, permanent trip when he was 15.
We were staying in the Ronald Mc...
I can't even imagine. Like, the only thing I have even remotely to relate to this is we went on a trip to West Virginia to ride four-wheelers and da-da-da-da. Anyways, we were drunk in the middle of the night, out shooting guns without ear protection, and I woke up the next day and my ears were ringing. The next day we were driving back home, and I'm sitting there on this freaking, 16-hour drive back home with my ears ringing going, oh boy, is this ever going to go away? Is this going to go away? I can't imagine. I've heard about people like this one girl. She ate some sort of shellfish. Stevie knows about this. And she lost hearing in one ear. Like, I just can't imagine, like, waking up one day and next thing you know, you're just mental. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, enough of my bullshit.
Donald House down in Grand Rapids while he was being evaluated, and he never came out of it.
Shane says his family was overwhelmed for the next 28 years trying to find long-term placement for his brother in a mental health facility.
And there's nothing available, and there has been nothing available. There's only temporary spots for him, and he would get into a temporary spot, get medicated for a little bit, and start doing really good, showed good signs to the doctors, and they said, well,
you know, Dan, that's the whole football thing is that's an interesting point. We'll go into that when we go into this Midtown Manhattan guy, but I don't know. It makes you wonder if Stormy has a bunch of this. We'll talk about that one later. The head injuries, but Here we go.
Well, we have no reason to hold him. He's doing good.
Gilly's vagabond tendencies mean the family was getting calls from law enforcement all across the country.
We're trying to track him down. We got police looking for him for wellness checks. We'll get calls in the middle of the night from the police in Pennsylvania that he's running down the highway naked.
In 2016, according to Emmett County Circuit Court records, Gilly believed someone was...
Yeah, this one's bad.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
What do you think so?
What Colt said.
Oh, you can't even see this shit, can you? Let me adjust.
No, I cannot. I can't see you. I can't see the video. I am just over here looking at myself
Well, here we
and
go.
the chat.
Look at this. We're going to take you out of Clueless Zone. How's that?
Oh, I can see it.
So,
Cool.
yeah, this guy was digging up graves. Let me take this back a notch.
was buried alive at Greenwood. According to Emmett County Circuit Court records, Gilly believed someone was buried alive at Greenwood Cemetery in Petoskey, so he decided to dig up the grave. Several other headstones were shoved over in the same area. Those charges were dismissed and allowed him to plead not guilty due to insanity.
After 28 years of witnessing his ups and downs and his
Yeah, you're right, Doodle. Somebody, they do want help and you get medicated, and it's sad that how much they're really turned down and turned away.
Like me, I'm on 4 different medications, and I take twice. Or I'm sorry, 3 different medications twice a day. They're like, here you go, have some medication. And I'm like, cool, thanks.
Yeah, when stuff changed, I couldn't even imagine. Like,
And you know what happens when that happens?
mm-hmm.
You gotta try all these different medications, and you get sick and you start acting crazy, and people, they don't understand, they don't care, they push you away, they tell you to fuck off.
But they know what you got going on. That's the sad shit right there. They know that you're doing this and you're going through it.
Yeah, and they don't care,
And
they shut the door in your face.
And we've witnessed this.
I go through it every day of my life.
Yep. And, you know, the people that we've witnessed just blow it off. It's insane.
An entire group.
The entire group. But yet, they harp on, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Be so nice to everybody, and we do this because we know people don't have people, and we're here for you, and this, that, and the other, and be kind to people because you never know what people are going through, and this, that, and the, it's all bullshit.
It is. Especially when you ask for one small thing. You know?
One thing.
One thing. Cordial. Hello. Hi.
Can't even be cordial.
No. You know? Anyways, here we go.
Moving
connection to
on.
reality.
We digress.
That's what she says.
You know, and talking about whether it be alien abductions or, you know, chickens being spayed or neutered or something like that, you know, like, what are you talking about, man? You know, this is a true insanity case.
Before Saturday's mass stabbing incident in Grand Traverse County, 10 days ago, according to Mackinac City Police, Gilly argued with an employee at Mackinac Family Market and was asked to leave the store. An employee told police Gilly pulled a knife out of his pocket when he was outside, but did not threaten anyone.
Like, why didn't they? I don't even know. Apparently, they just, you know, nobody knew then, huh?
And in Petoskey on July 24th,
Left alone. I'd love to know, like, who did this guy live with?
I wonder, yeah, like, I almost kind of feel bad for this dude.
He was left alone. I really think from, like, what his brother was, the way he said it, is like, they figured there was no help. They dealt with it for years. And they just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Jesus. Hey,
It's wild. Hey, Pink, how's it going?
welcome, Pink. How are you?
Fourth, the Department of Public Safety officers talked to him about loitering. They noted, based on concerns about his welfare, they petitioned.
Sorry, I keep stopping this, but this then goes back to that recent murder that just happened in California with the American Idol lady. Like that guy,
the double homicide.
he sat in jail for 6 months after trying to harm somebody, and they let him go because he was mentally incompetent. And of course, LA, they just sent him back out in the streets. But like, there's stuff that leads up to this that these people are just like shut out. I feel that other things wouldn't happen if certain things were paid attention to, but then again, you can't pay attention to everything, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
And Emmett County Probate Court for an order to place him in protective custody.
This has just gone on so far and so long that like I said, you can't throw any more flags. You can't wave any more signals. You can't make any more smoke signals.
Yeah.
So help him. Get him in a mental institution or something. Like, get him like in a housing or something. Like, what? So you just leave it? You just leave him to his own devices?
Yeah.
And he's what? He's in a store and something triggers him and sets him off and this happens? Like,
It really comes to light when he says about that he's going to write him a letter at some point.
It was like, there's been fire here for so long.
Shane had this message to share on behalf of his family to those affected by his brother's alleged action Saturday.
To the families that have all been involved and the witnesses and everything, again, a big apology from my heart. All I can say is we've tried to get this under wraps for a very, very long time, and we've just been ignored.
Shane tells me he plans on writing a letter to his brother in jail when he has the right words to say.
What do you mean the fucking right words to say? Are you fucking, like, seriously?
Doodle, yeah, but I don't know. This brother just seems off to me. This brother seems like he just doesn't care.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Cold. That's what I'm saying. There's got to be group homes, caregivers for these, you know, when it gets to this point and it's that bad, like, you cannot leave people by themselves.
You saw Doodle's comment.
Do what?
Oh, she just Doodle had said that many families try to get their loved ones help where she lives.
That's what I'm saying is, like, I understand that.
It really freaking sucks because usually once the judge is in play, like, something's gone on to the point of they're in trouble.
Yeah, and I agree with her. I'm just saying, like, something's off with this brother. I think that he doesn't care. And I don't know. I feel like this guy didn't get the help that he needed. I don't think his family did help him.
His brother probably has 10 kids and, you know. Forget.
You guys were at the Walmart for what?
So, yeah, by the way, this highlighting the comments thing doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, I can't see the screen anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, see?
For me.
That was her jab.
It's not working, though.
That was her jab. It's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's just another dealio. So these two fellas were part of wrangling this guy up in the store. Walmart. Yeah. Let's listen to see what they say.
You guys were at the Walmart for what on Saturday?
We were going to pick up all the supplies for the boat, we rented a pontoon, a gorgeous pontoon. And by the way, we got fishing poles and snacks.
That was a gorgeous pontoon.
Okay.
I almost bought a pontoon boat once. It was like a double decker with a slide that came from the top down to the water.
You should ask Victorine about her boat.
Oh, I'm gonna get jealous. Here we go.
For the kids and drinks and beverages. Pretty much just whatever we needed while we were there, just to have a good time with the kids in the boat.
Stocking up for boat day.
Yeah.
Were you with your wives and kids at Walmart?
Our wives were back at the thing, but we did have my daughter and her best friend, Malia, and they were with us at the point in time. Well, we were checking out. So everything was good the whole time we were in Walmart, except the amount of time we were staying in there. We felt like it was forever looking for stuff random things that our wife gave us a list to get. But yeah, we were just checking out, and they had the kids, and we just talked. Like he said, we talked to another lady in the checkout, one of the ladies, and she was we want to go to Florida. So she was telling us she lived in Florida, and then we checked out nicely and had to say.
All this was sad, but most of these people that were stabbed were like freaking over the age of 50.
Goodbye, thank you, and everything. And as we were exiting, we just kind of saw him coming up, and then he started yelling, which kind of drew my attention more to him. And he started yelling, he's got a knife, he's got a knife. And then he turned around, and then he said something along the lines of, get out of there. And that's when you heard like a mass panic.
It happened.
A wave, yeah.
You heard screaming?
Oh, screaming.
Victory. Now, if it's a sailboat.
So I have this fishing game in my server.
Yeah.
And you collect fish, and then you can sell them. This girl's got like $100 million. And I think she just bought a boat. It's not a real boat.
So the boat that you were talking about, was this freaking the damn boat in the game?
It's just this fishing game that I've got in my server that I did not think was going to be popular at all, but for some reason.
What a freaking...
How do you place it? And she's addicted. We had to have an intervention for her the other day. Love you, Vic.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Bloody mercy.
Yeah, it went from nothing's happening to
I'm crying.
Panic, extreme panic. It is a light switch. It just
a lot
happened.
of people.
Yeah. And we don't, and the hardest part is to understand is how he stabbed so many people, because we basically seen him within 10 seconds of the panic, and he got someone on the way, 2 people on the way out, or maybe 3.
Oh, there's more than that, but what we saw was a couple of people.
So originally we only thought it was 3 people. We never would have guessed.
Look at this guy. He's from Minnesota, and he's sporting a Ron John shirt. Yeah, Minnesota.
Wasn't Minnesota the state that had a mass shooting today?
Yeah. Guy's still on the run. Boats and hoes.
We're in the end times, folks.
No.
This is the end times.
This is the end times. Some call it the end times.
11.
No.
You saw him stab a few people?
He did. I was somehow right behind him and didn't see it.
As I was checking out, my daughter, they were behind me. I was pushing the cart, and I could see him through like some of the grocery stack. There's like gaps in this cart, so I kind of seen some.
This is like some shit you'd expect to see on Black Friday.
Moving faster, and as I yelled at my daughter and her friend. I said, "Stay here," and it was like everybody froze, and then I could.
No more number 2 pencils left in the freaking in the school supply aisle. All the Trapper Keepers are gone, folks.
No, yeah, I was gonna say you said Trapper Keepers.
Yeah, dude, do you remember those things?
I've got a Trapper Keeper.
What a dink.
I seen him just right in front of me, and I could see the knife in his hand. It's like we locked eyes, me and him did, and I was like, I just took off running after him, and that was the point when I come around the.
Oh hell! Watch this mother trucker. Watch, she's probably going to go dig out a Trapper Keeper. If it's pink, I'm taking her off the screen. What is this shit? Oh, What is that, Storm? Oh, look at that.
It's a trapper keeper.
And she's gone.
It's an original trapper keeper.
Yep, it's pink, folks. Surprise, surprise. Just
You know that there's nothing but antiques on this
Yeah.
wall.
yeah, yeah. And when she goes to bed, she's on the wall. She probably hustled that thing for $2.
Nah.
Okay, $4.95.
No.
Corner, I seen him
Hell
stab that
no.
guy in the shoulder
You should
in the entry exit way. And then I didn't have a weapon, so I just grabbed it.
Can't be more than 20. You probably told that man, I got too many apps I got to pay for on a weekly basis.
No, I said I wasn't paying for one more app after you showed me that app. I said I got too much to pay for.
We ain't even talking about it. She's going to give in. Watch.
An empty
No,
grocery
I'm not getting that app.
She's full of shit.
cart and just started running up behind him as hard as I could. And right when he did that, he ran up behind the lady and he just stuck her right in the back, right as she was going through like the crosswalk between the parking lot.
You saw him stab a woman in the back.
Yeah, just as far as he could get the knife into her. And then she went right down and I could just see the blood flying out of her.
Yeah.
And that's when he shuffled the knife from hand to hand and he like spun and stopped like he was going to come back and get her again. And then he looked at me again and I was coming out with the grocery cart and he tried to turn around. And when they did that, I hit him right in the rear just as hard as I could with the grocery cart. And then another guy came up with the grocery cart and hit him again.
You're both hitting him with grocery carts.
Just pinning him back. And then I picked mine up and I
just threw it over top of his head.
I had it over my head and I was trying to hit him with it. And he hid behind the pole. And then after that, I just threw the grocery cart down and he kind of stumbled through two cars. And that's when I seen the other Marine with the pistol come up and just draw down on him. And that's when you see me in the video come around the back and just, start screaming and yelling at him to put the knife down. He had the knife out for a minute. He did look like he was going to come back.
So here's some funny shit. You know those freaking Walmart carts? How you can only take them so far and then the wheels start to lock up?
Yeah, there's sensors on them.
You ever seen somebody freaking wheeling one of those things, still trying to get him to go? That's the funniest shit ever.
Back at us, even though the gun was pointed at him.
Come back at you.
Yep, both of us, me and the guy with the gun. And so he tried to come back, but then he stopped and hesitated, and his eyes were just crazy. And then he slowly hesitated to close the blade. And then he kind of just set it down. And the moment he set it down, I grabbed it. And that's when we circled him around. And I can't really exactly in my mind remember how we got him down. I remember being the last one on top of him. I'm not sure if somebody came up behind him and hit him and knocked him down or something, but at that point, then it was on. I had the knife in my right hand closed, and I had my hand down here in front of him, and I was just yelling, don't you effing move. And his eyes were just looking at me, bulging. And as I stood, I was just on top of him the whole time. And then the deputy come flying.
You ever had a incident with somebody where what he was explaining, like their eyes just look like they're in another dimension?
I've only gotten into one fight in my life, and I was in the 4th grade. I'm not gonna talk about it because it was bad. In the 4th grade, I've never gotten into a fight since because I hurt her really bad. I don't remember what her eyes looked like. No.
It obviously wasn't death eyes. I did it. I was a 4th grade fighter too.
Were you?
Yeah, the chairs that are attached to the desks. I loved I'd catch them while they're sitting in it and I'd slam their head right into it. Oh, it was great.
No, this girl, so I told you I'm a project baby. This is when I lived in Hagerstown, Maryland, in the projects. And this girl that I went to school with, she, do you really have a boyfriend in the 4th grade? No.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we were fighting over the same boy. And I was walking back from the store and she pushed me and I didn't like it. So I turned around and we started fighting, and she jumped on my back while I swung her off, and I got on top of her, and I just started smashing her head into the concrete, and I saw a steel bat next to me, and I just
Mm,
started hitting her with it, and all I know is they had to pull me off of her, and an ambulance came, and my mom took me inside. That's all I know.
yeah.
So, I never got into a fight again. I just I leave it alone.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a blackout fighter myself. So I just kind of avoid that.
Is it a cancer thing? Because you're a cancer.
Well, probably, huh? Wackos. Oh, Doodle, I figured that would have been kindergarten. She waited till the 5th grade.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Wait,
your
you
first
got your
black
first
eye.
black eye or gave somebody a black eye, Doodle?
Sorry.
I pegged you for giving somebody a black eye. Hey, Justice. You creeped in here. I didn't even see you.
Flying in with 2 knees and a rifle
Blink.
and landed on him. And that's when I helped him flip him over, and then he tried to get back over, and then we flipped him over and detained him. Yeah, on his way out, right when he stabbed that lady, after I tried to get him the first time, he yelled, "I'm a soldier," and which I didn't understand what he was talking about. I mean, I thought at first maybe he was talking about he was in the military or some point in time, but I don't think he was. And that everybody in Walmart were bad people and that they pretty much need to die. And that's when I kept pursuing him. And then even on the ground, he kept saying, when I was on top of him, that he was a soldier. I was like, well, I'm a mother effing Marine.
Aww.
And then he just kind of stopped. So I didn't know what he was talking about being in the Army or if he was what, but I don't think he was a veteran at any point in time. But maybe he was a soldier of his own.
She gave up.
I want to know what triggered this man to do this.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Was he already triggered when he went there, or did something trigger him in the store?
Well, I mean, from the other incident that he had before this, I guess it's a common thing for him to roll around with a knife. So, good question. What did trigger him?
Well, I mean, I roll around with a knife every day too.
Yeah, me
What
too.
triggered him?
Me too. It's for opening bags. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
The reason he was doing what he was doing, he was trying to stop the whole situation because I knew maybe I don't know why, just instinct. I just went after.
I just think if I was any of these people that saw this, I would never want to. I'd be doing freaking curbside orders from Walmart. Nope.
Poor Walmart. If you ever watch Grizzly, they always talk about Walmart, and they're like, "Oh no, Walmart's entered the chat again."
You're a Target fan.
Shit always happens at Walmart.
It does.
I hardly ever go. I think I go if there's like a limited flavor of something there, like a snack, and it's like limited to Walmart. Other than that, I do not go to Walmart for anything.
This chick would be at Walmart in a hot second if they had Labubu's. Yep.
Yeah, I want a Labubu. I can't find one.
Yep.
Ooh.
Holy.
Labubu. Oh, boo.
Those things are possessed.
him, and I wanted the whole situation to stop. I wasn't going to let him go. I knew that. He wasn't going to get away from me. I expected to get stabbed or injured.
All I know is when the guy, Derek, showed up with the gun, I knew we were safe.
Yep.
At least hopefully he had bullets. I mean,
it slowed him down a lot. It took it from up here.
It took the tone down. It really did. I knew that was, and obviously, they were fighting.
They put the carts away, boys. This guy's got a gun. Jeez Louise. What happened to Walmart security?
With him for
20,
the
30
seconds.
That they put up front to say hello to you when you walk in.
And then the guy showed up with the gun. It changed the narrative. It did. So That's when I started to video record. Plus, I heard,
Hey.
I thought they were walking.
I don't know if maybe, I don't know if Derek saw the stabbings. I know he saw the victims. The other Marine with the pistol.
He may have
saw the stabbings, but I know that he came in from.
All right, these guys have pretty much said their freaking piece. What the hell? So we're gonna go on to Mr. Derek, the guy that had the gun. See what this feller has to say.
This morning, a hero.
Oh, the Marine.
Yeah.
The Marine,
at
right?
the Walmart for what?
Yeah, this dude's a
morning,
badass.
a hero.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this guy's something.
Yeah. Oh my god, I almost fell back in this chair.
That would have been freaking
That'd have
sweet.
been hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Would have been woo.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
It's coming, folks.
Who helped stop a man accused of stabbing multiple people at a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan, speaking out exclusively with ABC News.
I didn't think of anything other than trying to get him away from people and get him isolated and get him to put the knife down.
Former Marine Derek Perry says he was checking out at the Walmart Saturday afternoon when he heard a commotion.
A lady was like screaming for her son, and all the employees and patrons were clamoring, trying to run in different directions.
The suspect, 42-year-old Bradford James Gilly, fleeing to the parking lot.
Wait a
Harry
minute.
and others
What?
dropping
Hold
their
on.
groceries.
What happened?
This man is only 42 years old.
Yeah, I'd hate to have hair like that.
Okay. Wow. He looks older than that.
Yeah, he should have been a spokesperson for Propecia.
To surround the man, Perry pulled his gun. It's legal to open carry in Michigan.
Unfortunately, there was kind of like a mob mentality, and some very disturbing things were being said on how to deal with the situation, and I had to
Yeah, I think that's where they were just telling this guy, just shoot him. Unreal, you know?
block all of that out and focus on him, because I ultimately just wanted him to put the knife down and back away until law enforcement got there. I did not see myself as any type of judge, jury, or executioner. I just wanted everyone to be safe.
Did he say anything to you? Were you able to
Yes.
And that's why I started carrying a gun.
get a state of mind?
And I can see in his eyes that he was wild-eyed, and he did not look like he was in his right mind. And he was saying, they told me to do it. They told me to do it, and call 911. I said, they're on their way. They're coming.
On Monday, Gilly formally charged with terrorism and 11 counts of assault with the intent to murder. He pleaded not guilty to all charges, telling a police officer before the arraignment he did not want to participate.
Do I have to do this? I don't want to.
Never once, Perry says, did he consider actually pulling the trigger.
I took time to actually...
Yeah, because then, you know.
He would have to live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's already enough what he did. But
look and listen and try to understand his mind state and see that, yes, I am in a position to do something very rash, but it's ultimately my decision.
this guy looks like a guidance counselor at a school.
Right? I like him.
To not do it as well. Just de-escalate the situation. Try to get him to surrender on his own accord.
Perry, who works in a hospital, says he doesn't
Nope. He doesn't work at a school.
feel like a hero.
The only thing that separated me from the other gentleman that had stepped in as well was what else I was carrying in my hands. I think I would have ran out there or walked out there and helped either way. It was just a moment of, I've got a duty to protect.
Look at homeboy. He didn't even have any shoes on. Pinky? Where's he at?
Mm-hmm.
Walked out there and helped.
Look at that man. You can tell he don't get much sun up in Minnesota. He didn't even have a sock tan.
either way, but it was just a moment of, I've got a duty to protect.
Now, Perry credits the other bystanders who helped him, saying that they were unarmed and still jumped into action. Police say if not for all of their selflessness, this situation could have been much worse, guys.
This is a common thing. There is like civilians that are helping detain freaking these people.
You have to. I mean, I just don't think it's our job to kill people, you know?
Yeah.
Like he said. Detain them, do what you have to do until the police get there, but I mean, police do that enough as it is for us. Like we don't need to be those people.
It definitely takes a special person, though. You know, that guy was like 1 out of 100. That probably wouldn't have, you know.
Yeah.
But then again,
I think if it was someone else, they probably would have pulled the trigger.
Yeah, you know, and then as people are doing nowadays with this whole freaking this race thing, you gotta think, hang on, we're blowing you up. Uh-oh, this is discombobulated. So the whole race thing that's going on right now, you gotta think, that was a black man. And obviously, these aren't equal, but anyways, you know, that black man didn't want any negativity to do with the person that wasn't his own color. You know what I mean? You know where I'm going with this, Storm? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, people need to put that freaking crap away.
Yeah.
But
This guy, I need, look, I didn't have time to make a tinfoil hat, but I've got a theory.
What is she talking about? You have a what?
A theory.
On?
The New York City shooter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy traveled a lot of miles to freaking...
Sure did. And listen, I saw the Icked a couple days ago, Mel.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that the note, pieces of the note was out and about.
Mm-hmm.
I still am going with my theory. I don't care that those doctors' names were on there. I still think that it was some kind of distraction from what really was going down.
Well, it sure got people to stop
I don't know.
talking about Epstein.
Huh?
It sure got people to stop talking about Epstein files.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, yeah. You know. Did he really travel all that way and he didn't know what the inside of this building looked like? In the elevators and...
With a private investigator's background?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also with the NFL thing, him never even being in the NFL, I think that that's a red herring.
Yeah, and it's... How old was he? He was like 28 or something?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I honestly think that
27.
the biggest thing here is that the CEO of BlackRock was killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really big, not liked company. And as soon as that was done, he supposedly got lost and offed himself.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that he went there, did what he was supposed to do, and that's that. And this whole NFL bullshit is exactly what it's bullshit.
Because it doesn't make sense to a point, because it's like, okay, let's just think back to... So he's 27. He played ball, what? We're just going to say 10 years ago.
in high school, so they put up a little high school picture of him playing football okay, cool.
And at that point, and I don't know sheet on this, but like the standards of like freaking helmets, like the standards of freaking helmets has been like brought up to a different standard. I mean, yeah, it's possible. I don't know.
Okay, so why not go after the helmet company?
And that's, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Or even like we've seen in the past, like
Out of the people, go ahead.
why didn't he go back to the high school that started all this, where he played football, and freaking shoot up the high school?
Yeah. All I'm saying is that there was a CEO of a major company that was killed.
Yeah.
And they want to bring up the NFL?
Yeah.
No.
It's different. Different. Mm.
I don't know. I'm not buying it.
Ain't buying that shit like that Trapper Keeper at the freaking place.
I will give you 1 penny. I will give you 50 cents for that bullshit story.
This chick cut pennies in half.
Because Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, came out real quick and was like, the NFL, this no. No, that's a red herring. They didn't say shit about the CEO of BlackRock, which was the main, like, that would have been a big topic.
And it's funny that you bring up old Adams, which I hate this guy. He sure didn't.
Right. You're talking about Luigi Mangione, and I think that they didn't want another Luigi Mangione situation on their hands.
He sure didn't puff his chest
So
up
they
like
flipped the script.
Like he did for Luigi, did he?
And I mean, what's with the AR? That's a statement.
Exactly. And he had a pistol in his freaking car and shit. Like, that is a statement.
It's a statement.
He could have went in there with a pistol and freaking, a bunch of clips and accomplished the same thing, but no.
That man right there with a private investigator's background knew what he was doing. He was on a mission and he did it.
And like I had said before, like all these elevators, like they got freaking directories outside of them. It's not like pick your floor, like a, like opening up a freaking, what the hell are those things? Fucking Laffy Taffy, where you get a mystery flavor, whatever the fuck those things are.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about this case, but to me, the math ain't mathin'.
Yeah. So, there's some shit. Oh, what do we got going on here? Let's see. So I think we're out of Walmart guy. And what do you want to do next? You want to do Devil's Den or you want to do...
Well, the only reason I was talking about that is because that's what's on the screen.
Oh, that's what you're looking at. They're not. We'll do this one next.
My bad. I thought that's what we were going into, so that's why I started talking about it.
Oh, you're good. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. My bad.
You're fine. All right, so we're going to go into this fiasco that happened in Midtown Manhattan the other day. What was this, Tuesday? What day did you do your live?
Last Tuesday?
What day would you do your live?
I think this is the first thing that happened out of all the things.
Walmart was over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And then this wang came out. But yeah, as you said, this is clearly a statement here. Guys,
Look at, he's puffed out. He's on a mission. He knows what he's doing. He didn't get lost in that building. He didn't come all that way not knowing where the fuck he was going. He did not kill a CEO of a giant corporation.
Yeah. Rolled up and
Get the fuck out of here.
he didn't even park the car. He just rolled up in front of the building, double parked, and got the fuck out. Well, here we go.
We are tracking brand new information on the man police say opened fire on a Midtown Manhattan high-rise, allegedly targeting NFL headquarters. Law enforcement now swarming his home in Las Vegas after he killed at least 4 people.
How'd you guys come through? We definitely had to stay disciplined.
Not only is there the video of his past life.
Boy in high school.
Yeah. He didn't do this in college. And this is, you might want to take a poll someplace of how many high school children came out with this head injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's stuck on the conspiracy. Me too.
As a football player, we're hearing from people who know him as they come to grips with the reality that he is a killer. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime.
Yeah. Victorine called him out on his pink house, saying he's soft.
I'm Chris Stewart. We're getting a clearer picture today of the man police say opened fire in a Midtown Manhattan high-rise because he claims he suffered from mental illness. That suspect is Shane Tamura. He was 27 years old. Yesterday, he was seen in this surveillance image posted by several media outlets on X, walking into a prevalent high-rise armed with an assault rifle right around the time so many people would be in the lobby ready to...
So it was said he bought this assault rifle from somebody at the casino he worked at.
Yeah. That's right. He did work for a casino.
To go home for the day. This picture is just chilling. You just look at how lackadaisical he is. He has sunglasses on. He has that rifle by his side as he's just steps away from causing so much terror, so much pain, and so much trauma inside. Before I get to what people who know Shane Tamura are saying about the reality of what played out in Manhattan yesterday, let's break down the facts as we know them at this point. It was just before 6:30 yesterday evening that Tamura stepped out of a double-parked BMW armed with an M4 rifle and walked into 345 Park Avenue. Here's what New York's police commissioner says happened next.
That individual was seen exiting the BMW alone.
She is not a good speaker.
The building security camera footage shows
this lady.
I swear she's got one of them frickin' Invisalign things in her frickin' mouth.
Oh, I can't stand her.
Shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then...
Which he was off duty. He was doing security that day.
Shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire.
The commissioner says that the shooter then made his way to the 33rd floor of the building, and once there, he walked through the office, firing rounds. Tamura killed 1 person on that floor. In total, he would kill 4 people. At the time of this recording, there was a 5th person who was in the hospital in critical but stable condition. Tamura took his own life on the 33rd floor. Here's an image.
After he shot the CEO.
I mean, hey, why not just take a couple other people out to make it look like, you know?
I mean, at that point, did he really feel that he couldn't go no further, or did he feel he completed his mission?
He completed his mission and he was done.
Thanks. That's what I was going to say.
Of the steps.
Look at this. This looks like Hoarder Central here. Look at all the shit they stacked up in front of this door.
People took to protect themselves. This is in an office where people used furniture to block a door just in case a shooter came to them. Mayor Eric Adams said that this building also had some safety measures like
he went to a specific floor.
Mm-hmm.
And that floor just happened to have the CEO of a gigantic company on it.
And the CEO just happened to be around. Like, are those guys really around freaking 5 days a week, like 9 to 5? Because you want to know what? If I was a CEO, I sure as F wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Proof bathroom doors that some people were able to use. Now, this is video that was posted to X of authorities searching Tamura's car outside 345 Park. Police say that he drove cross country from Las Vegas. That's where he lived. The car was registered to him out of Nevada.
Straight up mission.
Inside the BMW, officers found a rifle case with rounds, a loaded revolver.
Nope. They will. He had medication
with ammunition and magazines, a backpack, and medication that was prescribed to Shane Tamura. Now, here are images of Tamura's home in Las Vegas. It is a gated community. Local media is reporting that he lived with his parents. Vegas police were at his home through the night investigating. Now, this is a picture that I found posted by one of Tamura's relatives on Facebook, and you can see Tamura here. This was in the fall of last year this picture was posted. It seems that he has a name tag on. It might have been at some kind of family reunion. NYPD officers tracked his travel to New York from Vegas. They say he drove through Colorado on Saturday, then entered New York City just a couple of hours before the shooting. Police in Las Vegas say that Tamura had a history of mental health issues.
I want to be very clear. We believe this to be a lone shooter, and there is no longer an active threat to the public.
At the news conference last night, the police commissioner did not have a motive, but today we are learning more about why he did this. Here's what New York City Mayor Eric Adams told Fox.
This guy sucks.
Fox 5 in New
I
York
don't like
this morning.
Yeah. He's evaded his...
about a note that the shooter left behind.
He alluded to
He's crooked
having...
as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't he in trouble just not too long ago?
Oh, yeah, that's why he puffed up his chest for Luigi. Well, other than he was going up for re-election, but yeah, I forget the bullshit that he was involved in. Typical shit.
Yeah, he was in trouble for some shit. I don't believe anything coming out of his mouth.
Mm-mm.
CTE from playing in the NFL. He never played in the NFL, and he alluded to the CTE being the reason for his illness. It appears as though he was going after the employees at the NFL. The building 345 housed the NFL's company there as well.
CTE, and if you follow football, you probably know it, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It's a brain disease.
Hit the button.
Likely caused by repeated concussions, according to the Mayo Clinic.
This has got to be like 30-some hour drive to like 40-some hours to like come from where he did. Unreal. And then he couldn't get the floors right. Okay.
Now, there have been concerns about football players suffering from CTE over the years, but even with more people knowing about CTE, even the Mayo Clinic says there still is so much we don't know about the disease and what causes it. I put Shane Tamura's name into truthfinder.com. The address that police in Las Vegas are continuing to search came up tied to Tamura. Also, I didn't see anything on there as far as any previous criminal record. At Law and Crime, we partner at Truthfinder, and we use it to get details on the people who are involved in our stories like this one. But even if you don't work in true crime, this can be an excellent resource to give you some peace of mind, and it's one of the largest public records.
Truthfinder sucks.
Search services in the United States, and with the paid subscription service, you get access to unlimited reports about almost anyone. And right now, you can get 50% off your first month of confidential background reports. Just go to truthfinder.com/OTC.
That's what I said. I don't know if you were here for it, but that's exactly what I said. The CEO was the target. He went there and did what he was supposed to do, and that was it. Like, end of story. NFL is a red herring. That's all there is to it. Like, they can miss me with this NFL, CTE, whatever it's called, because he literally went there, did what he was supposed to do. Like, you don't travel all that way and not know where you're going inside of a building. It doesn't make sense to me. He had a private investigator's background.
Yeah.
No, like, no, I'm not believing it.
Feel ya.
The New York Post reports that note the mayor was talking about said in part, quote, please study the brain for
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you see if you can find parts of that note someplace, maybe? If not, I'll...
Yeah, I saw it on Mel's channel, but I'll see if I can find it somewhere else.
I'm gonna dig too.
I'm sorry, the league knowingly concealed the dangers to our brains to maximize profits. They failed us. And, quote, again, Shane Tamora never played in the NFL. The NFL's address lists its corporate offices to be...
Yeah, I'd really like to know how many high school football players in the last 10 years that have come out of high school with this CTE. I'd really like to know that study.
On the 5th floor of the building. The mayor said that Tamora went up to the 33rd floor because he went to the wrong elevator bank in the building, not the one that would actually get him to the NFL's offices. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said that one of the league's employees was seriously injured in the attack but is now in stable condition. We are still working to learn more about Shane Tamora's background, but we do know that he played high school football.
How'd you guys come through? We definitely had to stay disciplined. We were down 10-0. We definitely had to stay disciplined. Our coach kept saying, don't hold your head down, don't hold your heads down. We just had to stay disciplined and come together as a team.
This is a video that was posted to YouTube by Daily News Prep Sports 9 years ago. It has since gone viral because it shows Tamora after a game while he was playing high school football in the Los Angeles area. Now, it doesn't appear that he went on to even...
Oh, I think I found this storm.
...play college football.
I did.
I found I sent you a
and again, he never
screenshot
played in the
of something I
NFL,
found.
even though Mayor
Thank you, buddy.
Adams says in that note, he claims to have contracted CTE by playing pro ball. Now, this image is also going viral on social media of a concealed firearms permit. We're learning that Tamora had a permit to carry a concealed...
Oh yeah, I found the longer one.
Firearm by the Las Vegas Police Department. ABC News is also reporting he had a now expired work card by the Nevada Private Investigators Licensing Board. Why was this man, who had, according to police, such serious mental health issues, allowed to get that concealed carried permit? And was that high-powered firearm that he carried into the building registered to him? Those are questions that we are all trying to figure out right now. As far as those who knew Shane Tamora, his former high school football coach spoke to NBC News. Walter Roby said that Tamora was a great football player who, quote, came in, worked hard, kept his nose down. He was a quiet kid, well-mannered, very coachable. Whatever needed to be done, he would do. His former classmate told NBC, quote, you never would have thought violence was something you'd associate with him. Everything was a joke. Something clearly happened in his life over the last decade. But what's clear is that he took the lives of people who should still be here today. And that includes an NYPD officer.
Today, 4 innocent victims are...
We'll stop old Mushmouth here for a minute. Oh, let's go. So here's this note. What the hell does this say? Oh, this is discombobulated. Shit. Nope. All right, carrying on. Here we go.
Are dead. Among them, the NYPD police officer, Didarul Islam, 36 years old, 4 years on the job. Officer Islam was married with 2 young boys. His wife is pregnant with their 3rd child. He's assigned to the 4-7 precinct in the Bronx. He was doing the job that we asked him to do. He put himself in harm's way. He made the ultimate sacrifice, shot in cold blood, wearing a uniform that stood for the promise that he made to this city.
Joining us now is retired NYPD detective Tom Smith, who's also the co-host of the Gold Shields podcast. It's always great to have you on Law and Crime. I know a lot of heavy hearts with those connected to the New York Police Department today. At this point in the investigation, it's not even 24 hours after this happened. Where is your mind in some of the main questions that you'd like to see answered?
Yeah, I mean, me as an investigator.
So this was the whole freaking bullshit. So this thing freaking literally, this is his whole note.
Hold on. Before we get into this, how do we even know that he wrote this?
Yeah.
How do we know that they didn't write this? How do we know they didn't get someone to write this and they just put this shit out? No. I'm just not believing it. I'm not believing it.
So he lists these doctors.
I'm not believing it. But go ahead.
And then he says, "Thank you, Frontline Documentary." And then, what does he list? What does it say? The Venera brothers. That's not right. Chris Nowdsky, maybe that was the football player that had the deal. Well, I don't know. Boston University. Please study my brain for CTE. I'm sorry. The
deny, defend, and deny, defend. I've got a sticker somewhere, actually. I forget.
And at the bottom it says the league knowing concealed the dangers of our brains to, what is this, maximize profits?
Depose.
Oh, yeah. What you said. I don't know. That's just all weird. All right, here we go.
A detective is going into the full background of this individual and just see where this started, what sparked it, what was the prelude to it, the planning stages, all of that. Because listen, as much as we are pretty sure he's alone, we want to make sure of that. We want to make sure there's no outlining factors in this or anyone else who might have known about it, tried to stop him, had a communication with him, anything like that. All of that has to be vetted out. And that's the reason for the search warrants being conducted out in Las Vegas, because you want to get all the pertinent information about him, his digital, his computers, anything he owns, to make sure, A, no one else is involved, B,
but will they let the info out?
How did this and why this started?
Probably not.
Yeah, and to your point, it doesn't seem like we've learned a lot yet about a digital footprint that he might have had. We're learning a little bit that he lived in LA, played high school football out there. There's this note that was reportedly left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Not college football. College football would have put him in the NFL, not high school. I mean, he would have had to been a real good fucking football player to go from high school to the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt.
And according to Eric Adams, he was targeting NFL headquarters, which is in that building. He may have just gone to the wrong floor. When I think for many people, you might look at that and say, there's the motive. That's why he was going for it. As an investigator, how do you find the motive to officially reach that point?
Yeah, you just keep digging. You go on that lead and you just expand on that, and you go into other avenues or interviews of family members, friends, anyone he might have worked with, and see what the conversations were with him. Did he ever mention CTE before? Former coaches, anyone who had to do with him where this might have been a factor. But let's get something straight, Chris. There's one thing to be ill or have a problem. It's something else to premeditated think about and plan driving across the country with an M4, targeting a building, and then going in, and before you kill yourself, which was the plan in shooting himself in the chest, you take out everyone in front of you. So, Yeah, there's an issue with the CTE story, but let's be real about, there's other ways that this could have been done instead of taking out a police officer, 5 other people, and another officer that shot fighting for his life.
Yeah, and he shot also the female victim in the lobby was hiding. Police said behind this was not someone caught in the crossfire of something else. And I'm happy you brought up that point about driving across the country, because I know the commissioner had said that they knew that he was in Colorado on.
So this is a 37-hour drive. Rough. 37 hours.
Oh shit, I'm wrong. Was it Black?
It was Blackstone. Black Rock is something.
Yeah, it is Blackstone. My bad, Dan. My bad.
Saturday that he had left his home. He was in New Jersey around 4:30 in the afternoon, and then the shots were fired in New York around 6:30. How do you separate? Because there is this CTE part of it, and I get it, but this does, to your
I'm going to let this play for a couple minutes. I got to use the little kids' room.
Point, that looks like intent over the course of several days.
Burning up, y'all. Look out.
Not to mention the fact that there was, at any point in time, he could have pulled over, stopped, and recognized that this was not a good idea.
Absolutely right. It takes a lot of evilness in your body to drive for 3 or 4 days and still have that rage in you to perpetuate this crime, and keeping to the game plan all that ride, by yourself. At some point, like you said, reality never set into him and he went, hold on a minute, what am I doing? He just kept going with the plan and he carried it out. And it's just a waste of human life in these poor people who are just working and just trying to make a living. And like you said, all the indications are he even went to the wrong floor. So those people weren't even the initial target of his rage and ended up losing their lives.
I saw one media outlet in Vegas. They believe that location out there where he lived, he was still living with his parents. He's 27 years old. He's not a kid. But what are some of the big questions that the parents are going to face? Because he was gone for several days and he lived at this home.
Absolutely. And that's what I said about interviews. You're going to interview the parents, friends, other family members. What were the conversations before he left? Did he mention anything? All of that is going to be, part of the investigation. And even though this is done, he's dead, the victims are gone, and other people are injured, the investigation's still going to go on because you need the answers to so many.
Back, Jack. I'm looking up some fun facts here.
Questions, and that's going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait.
Did the parents try calling him while he was en route here? What was that conversation like? So there's a lot that's going to be going on with this. And, the parents could face a little heat if they knew about this, or the conversation was, I'm going to take care of this, or whatever it might have been, and them not notifying any authority figures. So that's what I mean by a continued investigation.
Yeah, and as far as heat, I think of, we often bring this up, sadly, in these types of cases. Ethan Crumbly out in Michigan, his parents ended up getting charged. Down here in Georgia, Winder, the shooting at Appalachian High School with Colin Gray and Colt Gray, the father's facing charges. Even though he's 27 years old, he's a grown man. But if he's living at home, he's known to have mental health issues, and he was known to have firearms, and he just disappears. Is that a crime if you, as a parent or someone who knew this person, didn't report anything to police?
Yeah, crime would have to really be looked into as far as the knowledge of what he was going to do, and that's going to be the compelling factor in it. Did they actually know what he was planning and where he was going? If not, that might be tough to single them out with those charges, but it still has to be.
So what I was looking for was the percentage of high school football players that have developed this CTE in the past 10 years, and they say it's 21%.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Answered those questions of what was he like, what was going on in the home. Like you said, even though he's 27 years old, conversations still take place, and people have a responsibility if they have knowledge of a future crime to let the police know about it.
He had a concealed carry permit out of Las Vegas Metro Police, and everybody at this point has probably seen that image that's been circulating of that concealed carry permit in his wallet. What are some of the questions that will go into the investigation of figuring out how he, according to the commissioner of the New York Police Department, he had documented mental health issues and yet was still able to get these firearms?
Yeah, well, they're going to look into the application process and the, going after or acquiring a permit in Las Vegas. What are the parameters? What interviews?
So they say he has documented mental health issues, but do they consider CTE mental health issues?
I guess everything's a mental health issue.
I think it's...
Let's just sum it up in one big category.
It's the crutch.
Yeah.
Have to be conducted with that. What background checks are done when you're applying for a pistol permit? One of those questions, I am sure, is have you had any mental health issues throughout your life? Because that's one of the questions here in New York. So if that's on there, it's going to be interesting to see what he checked off and if any other background.
It's funny. No. What? Chronic traumatic whatever is not a mental health issue.
Investigation was done before he was issued that permit.
ABC News just came down with this at the time of the reporting. It was just a line in one of their stories that in June...
But it does say, while symptoms like mood swings, aggression, here we go, depression, and memory loss are associated with CTE. But if they claim that it's not a mental health issue, how do they treat you for it? Anyway.
Someone had reported a tip after a gun show in Vegas because he had bought a large amount of ammunition. Hindsight can always be 20/20, but what is the process of when a tip comes in of figuring out whether or not someone is actually a risk when they make a purchase at a gun show or something seems out of the ordinary?
Yeah, sure. It's interviewing the person who made the call.
These guys are reaching for straws.
And the tip of why it was done, what took place, what were the conversations that kind of raised you to a suspicious level to call the police about one particular person. We say it all the time, Chris, see something, say something. So that's what was done. Something triggered this individual to make a phone call, but then it's going to be interesting to see what investigators did with that, what interviews were conducted, what background checks were conducted, so that may all come out as well.
Can you pause it for a second?
Mm-hmm.
I actually know that this man went through a NICS and an FBI background check to get his concealed weapons permit.
Yeah, it definitely.
And those are two really high security background checks that you go through in order to get your concealed weapons permit. So mental health issues, I don't know. I don't get it.
Here's a fun fact. I wonder if Nevada will let you get a concealed carry if you have documented mental health issues.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. My mind starts going again with the note, is it real? Was the medication real?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, he went through some serious background checks to get his concealed weapons permit.
And then the whole private investigator shit that he was doing.
He was a private investigator.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's see what this is. All right, I'm gonna press play.
Make it make sense.
I'm gonna read.
As far as that goes, and we're gonna see what was done with that investigation and what came out of it.
So the answer is no. It doesn't automatically disqualify you from getting a concealed carry in Nevada if you have certified mental health issues.
That's
And kind of just
crazy.
It is. What does it say? I'll tell you more in a minute.
Back to the mental health part of it, because it's just, and I mean, everybody's angry today seeing this story. And I just think of, we've talked about CTE. There are a lot of players who sadly have struggled with CTE. Dave Dorson was someone I remember. He played safety for the Bears. He ended up taking his own life. There's a lot of people who have had very sad endings to their lives with CTE, but they were not mass shooters. How, just from an investigative side of it, and you've dealt.
So some of the kind of things that jump out here is if you've been committed to a mental health facility within 5 years, or have been considered that you have mental health issues in the past 5 years, it may cause the state to...
Probably depends on what it is.
Yeah. But those are flags to basically where they'll deny it to you. But anyways.
With people who have had serious mental health issues in their career. And I think you see a lot of people say it was the CTE that did it. Like, I can't remember someone who had CTE who committed a crime like this person did commit yesterday in New York.
Oh,
No, absolutely.
Oh, I thank you for saying that, sir.
Here, I'll do this for you.
Yeah, and in my mind, it has to be separated. It has to be two separate things. Yes, you can. Yeah, and in my mind,
like this person did commit yesterday in New York.
No, absolutely.
Crime did it. Like, I can't remember someone who had CTE who committed a crime.
There you go. Supplies.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I know.
Like this person did commit yesterday.
Hey, whenever you feel like it, next time you get up, you want to show everybody the soapbox that you're standing on top of?
Yesterday in New York.
No, absolutely. And in my mind, it has to be separated.
I'm on the same one.
It has to be two separate things. Yes, you can suffer, what CTE can do. Absolutely. And we've all seen it, like you said, with NFL players. The most notable, Junior Seau. Junior Seau actually took his own life because he believed he had CTE. And like this individual did, shot himself in the chest. So his brain was intact that they could check it out. There's other ways to go about getting help and bringing awareness to this. And this was not it.
So this guy could have done the same exact thing and took out that CEO, and they could say, oh, he just had a bad breakup.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you have to separate the two of them with a medical issue and then being a mass murderer.
Eric Adams also said, the mayor of New York, that NYPD teams were going to be sent to Las Vegas because there's a lot of work to be done at the house there, and you're trying to figure out exactly what this suspect's life was like and what led up to this. But at the same time, you have this very large crime scene at 345 Park Avenue.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right, we're going to switch gears here because I feel like we've exhausted everything out of that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on to the Devil's Den fella.
Ooh.
This guy.
This guy, the teacher of the year, you guys.
Yeah. I don't get...
Teacher of the year.
I don't get this one. Like I had told you yesterday, it's like ever since he came out of college, for every year for the past 4 years, so he's 28, you go to school to be a teacher, get out at 24. He's been at a different school every year.
Yeah.
3rd and 4th grade.
And apparently he was really weird with some of the females in his classes. He did get in trouble in a couple schools, and I think that's why he kept moving.
Yeah.
I think I sent you a couple of videos.
Because a couple of these schools, he resigned.
Yeah.
We're following a manhunt that is.
Red, I don't think so that I know of. Do they have a motive for this yet?
The Devil's Den dude?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so either.
And adjudicate.
It makes no sense.
Did he like try to do something with the girls and the parents weren't having it and he like attacked the parents? Like
I think they say it in this, but I think it was, I forget the exact lingo dingo.
because I heard today that the mom actually walked the girls down to the car and went back.
In this?
I'm not sure if it's in this one, but apparently there was something where she was able to save the girls and walk them to the car and was able to go back while he was attacking the dad. I don't know I don't remember what happened exactly, but
I wonder if this was another one of those forest killings. What I heard with this was, this is all speculation, is that the girls, I forget if the mother said this or whatever, but they ran until they couldn't hear their mother screaming anymore, and then they stopped.
Really?
Yeah. This is the internet, though. You can't believe everything that you hear.
Yeah, I don't know. I sent you. It wasn't a news clip.
I'll roll through that while we roll through this. Check out this haircut. So, homegirl at the barbershop that he went to, she started fading him. And then that's when Johnny Law showed up. But, holy shit. This guy needed a haircut like 2 months ago. What
Yeah, Whispered. The girls, I believe, were 7 and 9 years old.
Yeah.
I actually thought that they were teenagers, and I learned that they were way younger than that, and it broke my heart.
I got a duo Whispered. I do. So, my mother's husband, his kids live out in Iowa, which is like Midwest. So this guy's Midwest. These bangs, these fuckers in the Midwest love this shit. And they like comb it down like over their forehead. I don't get it. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people were saying that it's ironic that this place is called the Devil's Den. Look at him.
Yeah. I was wrong, though. He wasn't caught in Missouri. Here we go.
They got him. The man who allegedly killed a mom and dad on a weekend hike with their daughters in Arkansas's Devil's Den State Park is under arrest. His name is Andrew James McGann. He was getting a haircut at the time detectives put him in cuffs. Even more shocking is his job.
Blank stare.
Look at his face.
Oh,
now
God.
that is the face of someone who's got a dark passenger. He just looks dead inside.
Imagine how many number 2 pencils you can fit up these nostrils. I know, Storm.
School teacher, and there are some.
Hey, I'm bringing light to a dark situation.
Major questions about his past, as parents of his former students are talking about the concerns they had when Mr. McGann was teaching their children. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
I can't believe he was a teacher.
Yeah. As Dan said, that was a Timu Dexter. Yeah. Rookie. Left the DNA. Mm-hmm.
Left the DNA.
But he put tape over the license plate. Schmuck.
We have a lot to unpack today as
Hey, you quit that.
so many people in Arkansas
I know. Look,
are breathing
I've got
a sigh
coffee
of
and
relief.
water.
Here's the most recent picture we have of
That's what you call two-fisting, y'all.
Andrew James McGann, as he is now.
Is that the, I think that's the barbershop cape, huh?
I think it is. Oh, shit.
Holy shiitake.
I didn't notice that before.
I don't know. I didn't either. I don't know if
That's
it's in
funny.
here in this video, but the girl that was cutting his hair, she had said in an interview that he looked very tired in his, so if you look at other pictures of this freak, yeah, he looks like BK here, but in other pictures, he does look like a normal person. Anyways, what sense did that make? Nothing right now.
In the Washington County, Arkansas jail, being held without bond, accused of double murder. This is the photo that...
What I'm trying to say is BK looked the same in his shower picture as he did in the day before picture, as in the 3 days after. Yeah.
Authorities put out late last night announcing his arrest. Here is part of the news conference from KFSM TV.
Because of their hard work and investigative skill, we were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls. And to the rest of citizens of Arkansas.
Police say that McGann was arrested while he was getting a haircut yesterday just before 5 p.m. local time in Springdale, Arkansas. That's about a half hour north of Devil's Den State Park. This is video that was posted to social media by the barber who said he was in her
Red busted my thought. Look at this trick. She just took off. She didn't even say hang on.
chair when law enforcement walked in. And this is video that was posted to the salon's Facebook.
What in the hell? What's going on at this salon? Looks like they're freaking selling watches, huh? The hell is in that display case?
Page in Spanish of those in the barbershop talking about what had...
Those ain't burritos. They're definitely not empanadas.
Just taken place. McGann, they say, didn't talk much when he came into the barbershop, but it was about 4 minutes into his haircut that detectives entered and...
Well, duh. I wouldn't talk much either if my freaking hair looked like that. Scumbag.
Arrested him. They say that detectives asked McGann if he was the owner of the vehicle that was parked out front, and he said yes. Now, the actual...
Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
Barber posted this on social media, quote, so I'm cutting a guy's hair and I'm shaking because now there's cops and detectives. I told them I haven't swept up the hair.
Can you imagine being the woman that cut this guy's hair? Like, everybody that's going to walk in for a haircut that she doesn't know, she's going to get, like, manic panic.
Did you see the interview that I sent you with her?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're going to play it. No, I didn't, by the way.
In case they need it.
I pulled a storm. You sent them to me, but I didn't watch them.
100 said they did. Y'all, I'm shaking, mostly because it's starting to look like it could be the man they're looking for, but not too sure yet. She then posts, update, it was possibly him, y'all. I could have possibly cut the Devil's Den killer's hair. He left expletive up. I barely started the fade. She then comments, quote, they said it was a double homicide. I asked if it was related to the Devil's Den incident. It's looking like it was. I'm going to wait until I know for sure.
Watch, that barbershop's going to blow up. It's going to be on Talk and Facebook.
Sure. Now, when you look at the booking photo of McGann from the county jail, it does appear that he has an unfinished haircut. The barber also posted this video on social media of police searching a vehicle that appears to be a dark-colored four-door sedan that matches the description of the vehicle that Arkansas State Police.
His unfinished haircut.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what was up with the red tape on the car.
I don't know. It's weird.
Say the suspect fled Devil's Den State Park in. Police confirmed in their news conference that McGann recently moved to Arkansas from Oklahoma to be a school teacher.
What I'll say is he just recently moved here and had gotten a job to work at a local school here.
In a now deleted Facebook post from June 12th, a public elementary school in Springdale, Arkansas, had a message from McGann that read, "My name is Drew McGann." So notice he's using his middle name there. "I'm thrilled to be part of the Bayari team this year as a third grade teacher." He also says in his free time, he loves going to concerts.
Every Drew I've met was a putz. Sorry if there's a Drew in chat.
With friends, working out, and being outdoors. Now, I reached out to the Springdale Public Schools for comment, and the superintendent sent me this statement that reads, quote, "Springdale Public Schools can confirm that Andrew McGann was a teacher candidate hired for the upcoming school year who has not yet begun employment with the district. This individual has not at any time come into contact with Springdale."
That was their cover-up. They hired his ass.
Students or families we serve. At this time, we cannot offer any additional information due to the ongoing investigation.
Yeah, no doubt, Victory. This is 999 reasons why I don't have a kid. Because you want to know what? If I had a kid, I would freak the F out right now.
Same.
Investigation. At the appropriate time, additional information will be forthcoming. Our entire team extends our deepest condolences to the Brink family. Their children are especially in our thoughts and prayers. In putting this...
Are you talking about, what are you laughing at, her Drew comment?
Devil's dick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's definitely going to get his dingling sharpened. Ugh.
Story together, I actually reached out to 4 different school districts in 3 different states because it appears that McGann moved from district to district, leaving jobs over the past couple of years. One parent is raising concerns about how McGann...
See, he doesn't look as dark there, but...
With his titty tats.
That poor fucking cat.
McGann acted while teaching...
Got the Hitler stat.
Dude, okay. I feel like this is a side-by-side. He's trying to... Him and his cat are doing a challenge here. Holy shit. This dude's like a fucking white Kid and Play. Oh my god, here we go.
4th graders at a...
He ain't gonna see any titties for quite some time. Well, you never know.
I mean, he might.
He's gonna see some on his tablet.
No, there might be some big boys in there with some titties.
Oh yeah, you know it. Mamma Jammas. We call them Mamma Jammas.
Big boy.
Yep. Mamma Jammas. They're gonna fucking hide his lunch underneath one of them.
Before I get into that, I do want to put the focus on what police say went down in Devil's Den State Park less than a week ago. It was on Saturday, July 26th, that Kristen and Clinton Brink were hiking with their 7- and 9-year-old daughters in Devil's Den State Park. This family was new to Arkansas. Just in the last couple of weeks, it seems. They moved from out of state. They had previously lived in South Dakota and Montana. Police say that McGann killed the parent.
You brought your Hitler crowd in here, didn't you?
In front of the 7- and 9-year-old girls. Those girls running to a visitor's station to call 911. This all happened in broad daylight around 2:30 in the afternoon, police say.
These freaking 911
the Brink
calls
family
were
has
freaking
released
disgusting.
a statement saying that Clinton and Kristen died heroes. They were protecting their daughters. Clinton was going to start a new job on Monday. He was going to be delivering milk in Springdale, Arkansas. It seems that McGahn, at least on the main social media channels, did not have a major digital footprint. We searched through Facebook, Instagram, and even Truthfinder looking for Andrew James McGahn. We also searched James Andrew McGahn at the time that was believed.
Well, maybe he went by Drew.
Believed to be his name, and not much has come up. And that is somewhat surprising because at Law and Crime, we partner with Truthfinder and use it to get details on the people involved in our stories. And it's very rare that someone doesn't come up at all. Even if you don't work in Truth.
That's bullshit. He's lying. Truthfinder sucks.
Crime, Truthfinder can be an excellent resource to give you some peace of mind, as it is one of the largest public records search services in the United States, and with a paid subscription service, you...
No, that's Storm's go-to. She would have spotted the Hitler stash on the cat. She didn't. We escaped.
Get access to unlimited...
I'm not obsessed with Hitler in the way you think.
No.
I'm just like...
She hadn't showed you your bathroom, though, has she? The freaking shower curtains, probably the freaking yep. Nazi.
No.
Hey,
no.
Nazi.
Not at all. No, not at all. Not at all. I just really used to be like into what happened, and during the BK stuff, when Hitler came along, I thought they kept saying Hitler.
Shocker.
So I kept calling him Hitler. Anyways, moving along.
Do you have a Yahtzee game? She sharpied out Yahtzee and it says Nazi.
I was like, I used to play Yahtzee. Yeah, why?
Reports about almost anyone. And by the way, right now, you can get 50% off your first month of confidential background reports. Just go to truthfinder.com/OTC. This is the picture that police put out of the suspect dressed.
This is the most retarded shit. So what I got from this picture is this guy has a camelback on, which is this thing, and then like a freaking duffel bag with a long ass strap that's up over him. Like, what the hell are you doing right now? Obviously the camelback, like, did he plan on like spending some time out here? Like, what was the original plan?
I don't know. When they showed this picture, I was just like, it looks like someone that's out hiking and camping to me.
This
like, could have been anybody.
This is like going.
And yeah, who took that picture and why was it taken, Dan? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
It seems very posed.
And if we want to start a conspiracy, just let us know. No, it does seem very posed. But
it does. Like, was someone with him?
I don't know. Like, why would you just take a random picture of this guy unless you thought he was weird and he was an issue kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. You think, though, that
someone peeping on someone taking a piss? Yeah.
You think he would have took a couple $100 extra and would have had some better clothes and bought that shitty car?
All in black. This is the sketch they also put out. They say that the suspect...
What do you think about the sketch matchup? Off.
I don't think it matches at all.
I feel like this guy...
I would have to see it. I would have to see it next to him, though.
All right.
So, like...
I feel like this guy was at a... this is like the guy at the truck stop.
Person of interest at the time was in
wearing a Ford hat,
sunglasses, and wore fingerless gloves when they attacked the Brinks. Now, the suspect had also been seen driving away in a black four-door sedan, which again matches the description of the car that McGahn allegedly drove to go get that haircut before he was arrested. Law enforcement has not said if they know what McGahn's alleged motive was. He is now facing 2 counts of capital murder, and he's being held without bond.
He ain't gonna say shit. Looks like Dale Earnhardt shaved. All he needs is those bubble glasses, Dan.
But let's get back to his profession and some of the questions that we certainly have looking at where he has been over the past couple of years working in public elementary schools. Last year, McGahn reportedly taught in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. That's near Tulsa. The district released a media statement and said that he resigned from the job to move out of state. They also say that he did go through a mandatory background check to be hired. Now, the year before that, he worked in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, in the public school system there, also outside Tulsa. The district there told me that he worked for them during the 23-24 school year as a 5th grade teacher, and he left that job for the same reason, to work out of state. And they also say that he passed.
This dude can't even figure out his own life, and he was out fucking teaching kids. Are you fucking kidding me?
Passed a background check. Now,
motherfucker can't even figure out how to comb his fucking hair.
Before that,
sorry for the language.
It appears that McGahn worked at a school in Flower Mound, Texas, which is northwest of Dallas. Here's a now deleted Facebook post from 2022.
Yeah, and he writes all these accept me bullshit things. I mean, whatever, but holy fuck.
That's circulating on social media.
That Texas fucking accepted his ass. Texas school districts are fucking awful, and they let anybody teach in their schools.
They should have taken 2 burritos, stuffed it up his nose, and put him in the broom closet.
Is welcoming him.
Or make him clean erasers after school and sniff the chalk dust. Maybe that would have corrected him.
To the team as a 4th grade teacher. And while his post is what you would expect from a teacher, trying to be very warm, be very friendly, there is a parent that is going public with what it was like to deal with Mr. McGahn from her perspective. This mom posted on Facebook that McGahn was in.
Making cats look bad. Jesus Christ. What was so funny?
Inappropriate to young girls in the class, and she claims that McGahn was allowed to resign without consequence. I reached out to the school district for comment. At this time, we have not heard back. The Brinks daughters, who ran to the visitor station to alert the authorities and call 911 after their parents were allegedly murdered right in front of them, were not injured in the attack, and they are staying with family. There's a GoFundMe for the family that is live right now. It has raised more than $35,000. Joining us now is retired police commander Mike King. He's the host of Profiling Evil. And
what is the definition of a German cat? You ever seen a German cat, Storm?
I don't know. Why do I feel like you're leading me into something?
Hey, look at that, Dan. She just called you out, bud.
The author of the book Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, which is very fitting, I think, with what we're learning about this suspect today, Mike.
What's his comment?
Stands out to you? Originally, it was James Andrew McGahn, but Arkansas authorities say it is actually Andrew James McGahn is his name. But nonetheless, what do you make of this suspect?
You know, the first thing I went to, Chris, and thanks for mentioning the book, because I talk a lot about this in the book Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, is this idea of the different personas that people can appear to have. I mean, we have this public persona like you and I are putting on now, where we put our best foot forward as a teacher. Maybe this young man was putting his best foot forward as a teacher. He then moves to a different location, but we all have this public side. We also all have.
I don't think so.
What?
Because he had problems.
What you talking about?
As a teacher, he had problems. He wasn't putting his best foot forward to pretend to be a good teacher, like he's saying.
Yeah, because he'd freaking run every year.
And he had problems within the schools.
Jeez. Mention this guy on YouTube. You know who he looks like? I'll send you a message.
A private side to each of us, and that's kind of the side where maybe we allow our frustration to come forward. But maybe it's the place where our spouse or our closest friends get to see the warts that we have and some of the weird behavior that we might have. But the public and the private are usually kept within legitimate boundaries. The other side is the secret side, the Tasmanian devil that's hiding inside of all of us. And gratefully, folks like you,
maybe Garfield,
and I, and most of the people that are listening to this channel sit back and they say, I can't even imagine morally wanting to try to do anything even close to what's happened in this particular case and what this defendant is now charged with. But that's the secret side. And sadly, it's usually only the victims of crime who get to see this terrible secret side or secret persona.
Yeah, because he, on one hand, he was a teacher, and I had said in the intro to this, I reached out to 4 school districts in 3 different states for statements because he was about to work in Arkansas. He had worked in Oklahoma in 2 districts, and then Texas, and this was all within the last 5 years. If you were in...
Who's leaving?
Dan.
See you, Dan.
Investigating this, like Arkansas State Police is, what stands out to you when you have a public school teacher who seemed to just move from town to town over the past couple of years?
I don't even think they pay attention, be quite honest. The school system, they don't, I really don't think that they care that they would like check that part. Like, why did this kid leave here? He just resigned. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and isn't that a really important component of this, Chris? Because you have this jumping from location to location, and oftentimes we see this in these predators who they're really kind of chameleons on the outside. When you meet them, maybe you meet them and you're grabbing a Coke in the teacher lounge or over at the gas station, and you think, man, that's really a nice guy, and I really enjoy talking to him. But as you start to spend more time with them, you start to see things that really are troubling or red flags that start popping up. And oftentimes when you see people who are jumping from job to job, it's either because they're just not fitting in. Maybe that's just not the place for them. And I think we've all been in a job where it wasn't the place for us. But when you're in a
4 times
profession that is allowing you to jump from location to location, especially a profession that's dealing with children, and allegations come forward that might suggest that there were inappropriate comments made or inappropriate classroom discussion or topics brought up, and you see someone that's really focused in, I want to just teach children, or I want to just be a scoutmaster, and they go to their local church and they're brand new in the area and they say, hey,
yeah, the church,
hey, I'm willing to go to camp with the boys. Well,
that's freaking what. You said you sent me the interview with the hair lady, right?
Yeah, hold on.
You want to put it in the news, or just tell me wherever you put it?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. I think you should grow your hair out like that, but with the mustache, I think it'd look good on you. The bangs. Be good for voiceovers, videos. I'm talking to Stevie.
Just look in your Discord.
Come on.
Holy cow, on first blush, we're thinking, oh man, finally somebody's willing to go to camp with the kids. But there's a reason why they're doing that in some of these cases. And
I don't know if you want to send the kids to camp anymore. Be honest with you.
Yeah.
You're freaking... I'm going to go to this interview with this hair lady.
Yes.
The hair lady.
This afternoon, we're expecting new information from Arkansas State Police as they investigate the deadly attack at Devil's Den State Park.
Yeah, welcome to 5 News Plus. Our team is, of course, all over this right now. There is a news conference that is scheduled for 2 o'clock today at the State Police Headquarters in Little Rock, not in Lowell like it was last night at 9:30, but this time it'll be down in Little Rock. We'll, of course, bring that to you live. This all began last night with a post from a stylist at a salon that thought at the time had taken video or was cutting the hair of the suspect. We went out and visited with her earlier this morning. We're going to hear from her coming up here in just a few minutes and get an insight as to what she was going through last night, especially after she posted that video to her Facebook page.
Yes, and of course, police now have confirmed that they did arrest him at that salon. Here's some of the latest information we have right now. We have the latest mugshot of 28-year-old Andrew McGann. As we know, he was arrested around 5 last night at that hair salon in Springdale. He's in the Washington County Jail without bond, facing 2 charges.
So did he get nervous and decide to pick his forehead? Because his face wasn't red when he had the first picture.
Of capital murder. Now, right now, we're learning that he was most recently a teacher in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. He was actually set to start as a teacher at Springdale Public Schools this year. Our reporter Kayla Davis is gathering information right now from the neighborhood where McGann was living, new to the area. She's told us neighbors saw a police presence at his home for several hours last night.
And we can tell you that when she visited the neighborhood, that there was a couple of folks that she was trying to interview. They would not go on camera. That he did live.
Was that Lupita's? What the hell was the name of this place? I wouldn't think this area would have very many Spanish people.
Trying to interview, they would not go on camera. That he did live at the address there. Confirmed a huge police presence.
Oh, look at that. She's got a streak. That's cute.
Presence from 6 o'clock until 11 o'clock last night. And so what we're seeing here is the news video from the salon where the arrest was made last night. Here's what the stylist had to say after what happened last night.
I want to start off first by saying my condolences to the Brink family. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about them.
Jesus. Homegirl for a hairstylist needs a tune-up. She must work too much. The faded pink ain't doing it. But, so what I'm going to go into is, so remember how I had told you about, when they did the press conference on this freaking guy that they decided to throw out there about the podcast that disrupted their investigation and blah, 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 blah. Right? So, the tip line was crap for 3 days, I guess, when this first started. So, at first, it took 6 hours for them to really tell the public that this was going on, like anybody in the park. And then 3 days following, the tip line didn't work. People would call in, they would hang up on them. So that's when they decided to bust Tony's sack and say that he disrupted the investigation when, obviously police just want to be police, but for real, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, he put the video out of the car that he got from the neighbor down the street that nobody in the news put out. I mean, yeah, he lives in the state, but did he really go that far to go after info to slam the police and whatever? But yeah.
And they'll always be in my heart to imagine those little girls.
Jeez, Victorine. She's not helping out my case. Poor Victorine.
He looked pretty.
Victorine is not helping out my case on this girl's hair. Plus,
My hair used to be pink, like my hair was pink for like 10 years, but it's just so much to maintain. It's like constantly bleaching it. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Look better than that. You're in a hairstylist.
Normal. Something did feel off about him. I noticed I was in the break room heating up my food for lunch, and I noticed a black car pulled up. The door is open, so I would see who would pull up. I came back up here, and I noticed the guy just standing over here. As soon as I saw him, something fell off about him. He looked pretty scary. He didn't look like he was okay. He was very timid. He was always with his head down, long hair covering his face. But I didn't want to speak up yesterday after seeing the photos because anything can change from when those pictures were taken. And
he did kind of have that look like he freaking hadn't slept in a minute.
Yeah. I said, "Oh no, a customer," because they're like, "A car pulled up."
Oh yeah, Lupita's, with the freaking.
I wasn't saying like they're wrong about him acting funny or anything, but she was like, "A black car pulled up." Like, yeah, a customer.
This is like small town. I feel like homegirl needs a bigger nose ring here. This thing is like clamping down on her nostril.
He looked.
See it? She almost sniffed it up her nose when she just frickin' sniffled.
To be a lot slimmer, but as soon as I saw the pictures, I'm like, that's him. He just looks slimmer. Like I said, he was on the run. He probably didn't eat or, took care of himself. He looked.
Look at these pictures in the background. Yeah. Can I get a number 22 mixed with an 18 here? And I'd like for the top to look like 19.
Pretty confused. I don't know how to describe it. I saw him. His eyes just looked sunken. Pretty kind of like soulless is what I could describe. He didn't want anything cut from the top of his head. He wanted to hide his face. He just wanted a fade on the sides. He didn't really know what he wanted, so I kind of
probably so he could just stick a hat back on and they wouldn't notice the rest of his hair from the top down.
Yeah. Him what kind of haircut would go well with him, with what he had. Yeah, he just didn't want to touch anything from the top. Well, I was about 5 minutes into the haircut when a man pulled up and asking about whose car that was out.
Yeah, what the hell? I don't know. I'll find out here in a minute, Victorine. It's a
side, and that's what he would tell him. I believe this is your car, and he just stood quiet. I guess he felt kind of scared. As soon as I saw the stickers of the evidence and stuff, I knew something was wrong, and I asked if it could be related to the Devil's Den incident, and they said it could have been. Yeah, it's been overwhelming. I've never been in a situation like this,
and she won't ever be again.
I just couldn't stop thinking about the little girls that saw his face.
Springdale. It's still in Arkansas. Springdale, Arkansas.
He's pretty scary, dark sunken eyes. But it feels like it's too much. I could only imagine the Brink family, what they're going through. I saw the black car and I saw him. I'm like, okay, a couple things are checking out. But the way that he looked, it's what gave me the chills.
Shorty called 911. I got a fire in my hair chair. Whoa.
Yes, also with not wanting to write his name to sign in. I will say, just.
You think they're a couple? These two gals?
No.
Bullshit. Do you think that's their sister? Bullshit.
If anyone take caution, you know, these people can be among us. I would never realize that you could have someone in your chair that has done these horrible things, and just, you know, really be on the lookout and keep an open mind, and, you know, just try.
She's going to keep a open freaking blade.
And be safe.
Sometimes it's predatory in nature, so you really want to see what the past behavior is to help predict what the current behavior or future behavior is. And we don't know anything about this particular fellow, and he's certainly
Vic,
innocent by every tenet that we all believe in.
Got a toad?
Yeah, she doesn't feel good.
Oh, shiitake. Well, thanks for still being here. Yeah, so we got some things out. What a wacky week. Oh, look, we're not
crazy
even.
Week.
And yeah, these forest murders. We got some crazy things going on in the forest.
And Monday, I will be covering the quadruple murder in Tennessee that happened also over the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into detail about that. The car was found today, so that's an interesting update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a good one.
Yeah. So I will see all of you guys there.
Manic Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
Is that it?
I think that's about it for now.
Cool. Awesome.
Good to see everybody. Thanks for joining.
Alrighty.
And we will see y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.